Good evening everyone, and it is Christmas. Yes, Christmas is finally upon us, and what better time for the true story of the Lambo before Christmas. Morning folks, John here. Exciting day today because it's almost Christmas. Just look at all these presents. It's just a shame that none of them are for me. Now, sometimes I get questions as why did I use portable mini table tennis tables to support my Scalextric track as a table support? Well, I'm going to show you right now. You see, when I'm not driving Scalextric cars, I can use the tables to do this. Okay, that's enough of that because we really do have to get going. I'm going to jump in the car. I'm going to tell you why this is such an exciting day for me pre-Christmas. It's going to make my Christmas, I think. But we're going to jump in the car. I'll tell you all about it on the way. This thing is so fast. I really should do a video on this BMW M50D at some point. I've had this car for 4 years and I've never done a video of it any time at all. I really should. What an awful day it is today in terms of the weather. It is so dark, it's pouring down with rain. It's 10 o'clock in the morning, but you would honestly think it was going evening into night. Everyone's got their lights on. It's just awful, but I'm not going to let that bother me today because I've got something really exciting to look forward to. So a couple of weeks ago, with it coming into Christmas, I decided I wanted to get a really special car for my track, and the car I wanted was another Lamborghini. Now I'm pretty as you can tell, pretty excited about having Lamborghinis. I've got the Lamborghini Gallardo Scalextric. I've got the Lamborghini Huracan from Sideways, and I wanted another one. And the one I wanted was the Lamborghini Huracan Perfomante, and I wanted it in green. And I couldn't get one anywhere because you can't get one. So no one I could find anywhere on the internet sells a 132 slot car of a Lamborghini Huracan Perfomante. So what I decided to do was to contact Gary Skipp and ask him if he could make me one. And he said yes, he could, but we'd have to get a donor body first in order for him to do that. And amazingly, at that time, I managed to find, believe it or not, a body shell for a Lamborghini Huracan in the exact right colour that I wanted without any parts to it. So Gary said, just buy it. So I bought that. It came all the way from Germany. It got delivered about a week or so ago. I then sent it to Gary. We had a chat to see if he could do it, to tell him exactly what I want. He sent me some pictures. We were exchanging pictures and ideas. And last night at 10 o'clock, Gary sent me a message saying, can we meet up? The car's ready. And I said, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Now, unfortunately, here in the UK, we are in a pretty serious lockdown situation. We're in December, we're heading into Christmas, and things have got pretty tight. So I'm not allowed to go to Gary's workshop, and Gary isn't allowed to come to my track because they're both indoors and we would be sort of in close proximity. It's all very messy, all very sad. So what we've agreed to do is meet outside, because you are allowed to meet with somebody outdoors for a coffee or something like that. That's still allowed in my tier. So that's what we're going to do. Luckily, we're both in the same tier. We're both in the same area. So we are going to meet up at a coffee shop outdoors and hopefully Gary's got this car with him, and we are going to have a look at my Lamborghini Huracan Perfomante. Now, this sounds pretty sad, but I was so excited about this last night. I didn't sleep very well. I was literally like a child on the night before Christmas. We're here at a Starbucks, and I'm just waiting for Gary to arrive now. Luckily I've managed to find a bench with outdoor bench with a bit of a shelter around it, so we should be okay. Gary's here.
Hello.
We are having a Christmas muffin Starbucks. They've run out of eggnog, so we've had to go with some other ones, but we're having a Starbucks, and Gary's got with him this box. It's so sad that we're having to sit in a Starbucks outdoors in the rain. We've got people going past as well, ordering their coffees, so we may have to interrupt it for that. It is freezing cold, but we can do this. We're determined to do this. Right then, so we're going to do a sort of an unboxing, but before we do that, has it been an easy process?
Decorating the body was fairly easy. That was the main task with turning the Huracan into the Perfomante version. But I had a little surprise, because when we looked at what John had bought from Germany, we had a standard Huracan body, and we also had a rolling chassis without any components in it, which was great. It's exactly what we needed for this project. But what I found was that the car also had lights fitted. Carrera cars sometimes do have lights fitted to them, especially the headlight, the road cars as well. But the lights that are fitted to the car have little JST plugs, which are little white sockets with 2 pins, and we didn't have the circuit boards that those plugs were meant to go into. So I decided to test the LEDs. Most LEDs operate at 3 volts, some are higher, 12 for example, and a lot of slot car manufacturers put componentry, resistors and things like that into the circuit board, so that when they get the 12 volts from the rails or from the motor, it reduces the voltage down so that the 3 volt LEDs can operate correctly. So I hooked the LEDs up to 3 volts and nothing happened whatsoever. So I tried it at 12 and they came on. So I thought, great, it's just a 12 volt system, I can wire that up. So I did this big custom wiring job on the headlights. I spliced off the JST plugs, wired everything together correctly, hooked it up to the motor, put my 12 volts to the car so it would run for the first time as it would on a track, and the lights burned out in about 2 seconds and started smoking.
So you literally had a fire coming out the front of it.
Actual flaming Lamborghini.
Which is flames, which is right, which is how a Lamborghini should be, really. Yeah. So right then, I think we've got to look at this now. We've got to look at this. I can't wait any longer. Do you want to eat your cake first? Yeah, we'll eat some cake. Let's eat some cake, because we're sitting here. I'm not giving him any time here. I have brought a little track piece that we can put it on, even though we're outdoors. Right then, so here it is. This is it. This is the Lamborghini Huracan Perfomante, as revealed by Gary Skipp.
The wind's going to take this before me, I think.
And there it is. Look at that. Oh yes, that is seriously nice. So this was originally with the silver wheels. Do you want to talk us through it, actually, Gary? We'll see if we can get this on camera. Try and get it in the light a little bit more, just so we get this in the light. So it's difficult for us to pick up. There we go. Let's try and do it like that. There we go. Look at that.
So
look at that.
The main things involved with changing this into the Perfomante version were the decoration of the car, including the wheels. We had to add this rear spoiler, and we also fitted a performance motor to the car.
Okay, so inside it, there's actually, that was the Italian, of course. The
Italian performance motor, yeah. We went for an NSR 21,500 sharp motor, which is one of the best performing motors, straight from Italy. So it fits the theme of this Italian type of car. We went for the carbon look on the sills at the side, the front splitter, and also around the back below the spoiler where the diffuser is.
Yeah, there we go.
We've got these Italian racing stripe decals, which are quite small, but they are present nonetheless.
Just like it is on the... Oh, look at that, look at that.
We had the choice between the gold and the black wheels, and John chose black ones.
I went for the black, yeah.
Complement the car home nicely. And then of course there's the rear spoiler, which is unique to the Perfomante.
And that is absolutely stunning. Absolutely stunning. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And it sits... I can't wait to get this thing on the track. I realise it's a heavy car, so it's not going to be as fast as we know it's heavy, don't we? Because it's a Carrera-based body shell.
I've also fitted a 10-tooth pinion to this motor, so it'll give you a little more top end than the standard 9-tooth pinion.
So you fitted a what? So you say again?
A 10-tooth pinion.
10-tooth pinion,
The gear ratio is 10/27, so that's a little longer than the standard, so you get more top end out of the pinion.
So special pinion fitted to it, 10-tooth one to give it more performance at the top end. It's awesome, absolutely awesome. Well done, Gary, that is awesome, mate. It's just, that's made my Christmas. That really has made my Christmas, because that is the car that I just couldn't get and always wanted. And you can see inside here, we will get it back in the warm on the track and get a bit more close-up detail on it. But it is an absolutely stunning car. It's such a shame that we've had to do this in the rain, in the freezing cold, out here in Starbucks in a service station. It's such a shame we couldn't do it indoors on a track somewhere, but I have to say, absolutely brilliant. I love it. Absolutely love it. That's the man. Thank you. Thanks, Gary. That is really good. Thank you.
Enjoy the car.
Excellent. So that was the true story of the Lambo before Christmas, and it's probably left you with lots of questions, such as what does it drive like on a track, what does it look like under the bonnet, and of course most importantly is how fast can it go around my track. Well, fear not, because all that and more is coming up in the new year. In the meantime, have a great Christmas, have fun, stay safe, and we shall catch you in the new year. Thanks for watching.